Hello YouTube family, this is Miss Peaches06 coming at you with a little video. I know I made my natural hair journey video with pictures, but this is just going to be me kind of talking about my natural hair journey, my experience with transitioning, why I decided to go natural, things like that. Just in case y'all guys are wondering about my hair, this is just a chunky twist out. I've been doing that. Well, I shouldn't say that because I just had an updo that I'm going to be uploading a tutorial about in a few days. But before that, I was doing this chunky twist out. It's really quick. I can wash my hair, deep condition in the twist, rinse the deep conditioner out with a twist in, and just let it dry like that and take it out the next day. So this is what I've been kind of doing. And I just had the sides pinned up with, oh goodness. Just had the sides pinned up with one of those little butterfly clips, one of the little bitty ones. So that's what's going on with my hair right now. But I'm just going to kind of talk about my natural hair journey. To be honest with you guys, I don't know when I got my first relaxer. I think I must have been in 2nd grade or something like that. I know I've seen pictures of me when I was like 2 and 3 and I had, you know, my natural hair and the little twisties with the bows on the end. But I have a picture of me when I was like in the 2nd grade and my hair was slicked back in one of those ponytails, and you know how they used to put those cages over your ponytail and stick that thing through to secure it? My hair was like that in a picture of me when I was in like 2nd grade. So I think I got my first relaxer then. I don't really remember the experience. I don't really remember having my natural hair because I was too young. But anyway, it's funny because I was telling my mom when I was transitioning that I was going natural, and she was like, "You're not going to be able to wear an afro because your hair ain't going to do that." And I'm like, "Well, Mama, if that's what you're saying about my hair, why did you give me a perm?" She didn't know what to say. But anyway, I don't know what kind of hair I used to have, but I could definitely get an afro, trust me. So, back to what I was saying. I have had a relaxer for as long as I can remember. I have sensitive skin on my face, on the rest of my body, so it makes sense that my scalp would be sensitive as well. And perms, I just have always hated them because they're painful. They give you sores in your scalp. You get scabs, you get that stuff that oozes out, and your hair sticks. I always hated getting relaxers. I liked my hair because some people do not believe that you can have healthy hair that is relaxed hair, but my hair was healthy. It was long, it wasn't breaking off, it wasn't thin. I took good care of my hair. Now, since I've gone natural, I realized that I could have took better care of my hair, but I did do some good things that were right when I had a perm. But back to kind of starting from the beginning with my relaxed hair. For a while I lived with my dad. My mom didn't live with us for a while, and my dad was doing my relaxer. Don't know why he was doing that, but he was doing my relaxer. So my hair wasn't the healthiest at that time. It wasn't very long. And when I was 8, I moved to Georgia, and my aunt started doing my relaxers, which I hated because she always left them on too long. They hurt, and my hair was over processed at that time. So it was kind of bushy, you know, very unhealthy looking, but it was growing. It was getting longer, but it just wasn't the healthiest at that time. When I was in 6th grade, I decided that maybe it would be better for me to go to a beautician to get my hair done. So my aunt started taking me to a beautician to get my perms, which I thought would be a better idea because I figured they wouldn't leave it on as long. It maybe wouldn't hurt as bad. I just thought that would be the best for me. So she started taking me to a beautician, and it still hurt. Of course, they didn't leave it on as long. My beautician didn't leave my perms on as long. She didn't over-process my hair, and by that I mean she only put the relaxer on the new growth, which is the way you're supposed to do it. A lot of people put the relaxer not on the new growth, but on the hair that's already been relaxed, and that causes over-processing. I know I seen one video, I think on the Tyra Banks show, when she was talking about good hair, and there was a lady on there that was relaxing her 3-year-old's hair, and she relaxed it all the way out to the end, even though her hair was already relaxed, which is not the way you're supposed to do it, and that's what causes over-processing. But anyway, my beautician stopped that, and my hair became healthy. I learned how to wrap it at that time, and so what I would do with my hair is I would wash it once every week or every 2 weeks. At that time, I would blow dry it. Sometimes I would flat iron it, sometimes I wouldn't. And that's the only time I put heat on it. I would wrap it every night, unwrap it in, tie it up with a silk scarf, unwrap it in the morning. I would wear it that way. So I think that that's one thing that helped me. I didn't use much heat. I didn't do much manipulation to my hair, and I wrapped it up with silk at nighttime. So I think that's why my hair was so long and healthy. Now I did deep condition it every time I shampooed it, which was good, but I didn't moisturize it because, as you guys know, the more moisture you put on your hair when you have a relaxer, the more heavy your hair becomes, and I liked my hair to be light and to move, so I didn't moisturize it a lot, which was bad, but my hair was still pretty healthy. But I still hated the relaxers. I hated the pain from it. I hated the aftermath. Like 3 or 4 days before I would get a relaxer, I would not wrap my hair. I would not too much comb my hair because I tried not to deal with my scalp at all. I would grease my scalp with Vaseline myself, either the night before or the morning of. Of course, my beautician would base my hair again, and it would still burn. I mean, they never left my perm on for long, trust me. It still got straight, which is one thing that was like, well, if my hair can get straight this quickly with a perm, it can't be that bad. Which, you know, back then, bad hair and good hair was the thing that I thought of. But that was my thought at the time. So that's one thing that made me think of going natural. And I actually almost did it one time. I went about 13 weeks, without a relaxer. This particular beautician at the time, which she moved, so that's why I started going to someone else. And if she hadn't moved, I would have kept going to her because she was very good. But and actually I had the most tolerable experiences with relaxers with her because she would be very careful to just put it on my new growth only and not on my scalp when she was putting it in. Of course, when she had to work it through, which all of you guys know is that's when you comb it through to make sure your hair is getting straight. When she would work it through, it would get on my scalp then and it would burn. But she was very careful not to get it on my scalp for as long as she possibly could, which was good. I really liked her. But I had discussed with her my thoughts about going natural, and she was very encouraging to me. She was actually transitioning at the time. And so I had went about 13 weeks without getting a relaxer, and I went to her to get my hair done for some special occasion. I can't really remember why, but when I went there, there was a lady that had not had a relaxer for 3 years. She was in the chair before me, and I was just listening to her talk and looking at her hair, and her hair looked horrible. It was dry. It looked like a Brillo pad. It was sticking up all over her head. It wasn't very long. And now that I think of it, I've only been post-relaxer for a year, and my hair is probably as long as hers was. And she said she had been without a relaxer for like 3 years. But she said she kept it braided up all the time, and I mean, she couldn't do anything with it. Now that I think of it, if I had done the research that time that I done this time before I decided to go natural, I probably would not have listened to what she said. But the condition of her hair and listening to her story changed my mind instantly. And that day I got a relaxer. I was like, I can't do that. I'm getting a relaxer. So that ended that one for me. But I still thought about it after that, and I still, thought about it frequently. I would actually in high school do braid outs because I liked the curly, the full look more than I don't like thin hair. I didn't never like that look. I always liked the thicker type of look. So I always thought about it. So my last relaxer I got was December 18th, 2009. My fiance was graduating from college. That's part of the reason why I remember that date so well. So I got my hair done for his graduation. And that was the last relaxer that I got. Now, at that time, I wasn't thinking this is the last relaxer that I'm going to get. I really, to be honest with you, don't really know exactly what threw me over. Maybe decided to go ahead and do it. I know one of my cousins, she had maybe like a 3C type of hair when she was growing up, and I always tried to tell my auntie, don't give her a relaxer, don't do that, don't mess up her hair, and she didn't. Of course, I was a child then, so she didn't want to listen to me, so she did it. My cousin's hair broke off, so she transitioned back to natural hair, and her hair is very pretty. It's still natural now. Her older sister, which was my best friend, and she's also my cousin, transitioned to natural hair about 2 years ago. So I think that's one of the things that kind of helped me to make the decision I was going to do it too, because a lot of people around me were, and I had been thinking about it for a long time anyway. So I started doing the research and looking at, well, actually first I was going on Google looking up growing out your perm, which is what I thought to put in, and then from there I found transitioning to natural hair. And from there I found YouTube. Once I found YouTube, it was, you know, it was all gravy then, because everything that I needed to learn was on here. And so I've been on YouTube ever since then, and I started transitioning. I think it was probably like 2 or 3 months after I got a relaxer that I actually started to transition. And by that I mean I started to not flat iron my hair, not blow dry my hair, try not to use heat and things like that, the actual transitioning type of styles. I did braid outs, Bantu knot outs, flat twist outs. I did my hair like that for the most part while I was growing out my relaxer. My plan at the time was to go long term and not to cut my hair for 2 years. At that time I was watching Unique Elise. I think that's her name. I also watched That Girl Danny, and I sometimes watched Candy Loves You, because they were some people that were transitioning long term, and I tried to use them as inspiration, and I tried to do some of the things that they were doing, and it worked out pretty good for me. I learned to moisturize by using water first, leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, and then oil to seal it in, and that always worked for me. When I was transitioning, I believe I used, what did I use for my leave-in conditioner? Cantu Shea Butter leave-in conditioner. And for my moisturizer, I was using Care moisturizer, which I don't use anymore because I think it has cones in it, and mineral oil, I think. While I was relaxed, I used all Care products. That's all I used. But when I started transitioning, I kind of started doing research on better products and started trying to use better ones. And I used what did I used to seal it with? Oh, I used shea butter. I used shea butter to seal it in, and that's what I did. About 7 months into my transition, I went and got some Kinky Twist, which was good at the time. I washed them every week. It was easy to manage. But when I decided to take them out 2 months later, my relaxed hair was kind of matted together. It was kind of tangled, which I could have very easily untangled it. It would have took some time, but I could have done it. But I guess I got frustrated. I wanted to see what my hair was going to look like fully natural. So at that time, once I got the Kinky Twist out, I chopped all my relaxed ends off. And that was September 18th, 2010. So I transitioned for 9 months. And my first hairstyle, which y'all seen on the last video, was a chunky twist out. I actually went outside with those chunky twists. Which at the time I was like, I'm natural. This is a natural hairstyle. Which now when I think about it, with my hair being that length, I shouldn't have. Because really it's kind of like going outside with rollers in your hair, which I never did when I had relaxed hair. Because I was just using those twists to set my hair for a twist out. So I started thinking of it like that, and I haven't went outside with those chunky twists in anymore. But as my hair gets longer and I can use them as a style, I will again. But I've done chunky twist out, I've done mini twist and mini twist out, I've done braid outs, I've done mohawks, I've done updos, I've done all kind of things to my hair. I usually wash my hair once a week and style it at that time, and I wear, if I put some mini twist in, I'll wear it for the mini twist for like 4 to 5 days, and then I'll wear the twist out, for 3 or 4 days, and I'll wash my hair. My hair day usually is on Fridays because that's my off day every week, but sometimes it depends on, like, if I do a mini twist out, I might go more than a week, so I might not do my hair on Friday, I might do it on another day. But anyway, I've been having a lot of fun doing my hair, and I'm going to try to document my journey on YouTube, so I hope you guys watch and I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope I can learn from you guys, and I hope you guys can learn from me. If you have any questions, just let me know. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And thank you once again. Till next time.